Hello. So, I kind of went ahead and started this one in the fight already. Thing was, I had to reset it like 8 or 9 times in order to get this lady right here to spawn. As I understand it, she's the one that should be carrying the Throne Shidrin, or just the Throne Weapons book. My tigers are burning. It's kind of weird. What the hell are they doing here? Well, whatever. Random guerrilla group or whatever is just kind of hanging out in the weird Hell Palace. So, as I understand it, this is supposed to be one of the best pumpkin spots somebody mentioned. So there's the potential for farming pumpkins, there's the potential for, well, forgetting this book. One way or another should go ahead and take her out for it. Yeah, again, these crafting books have all of the, like, different content stuff. I think it has to be the most annoying thing. I mean, like, if they had some sort of indicator, like, they've got unique units for, you know, some random units, like the ones that show up in gold or blue or whatever. Would have been cool to see that. Pretty sure she can't actually reach that one, so I'm gonna just take a shot at the archer instead. Now, since this is modded, the different units will have different things. Specifically, she's supposed to have a thrown weapon in the base game, but instead shows up with a hammer here. But as basically I've gone and restarted it several times to the point that I'm very positive that's the particular unit that's needed. And that damage. So we've gone for a party mostly for the sake of offense here. Kind of carve through these guys as much as possible, just kind of retreat if needed. Guys count as fairies, right? No, you're a golem. I don't want to recruit one. Hey, you know what? I'm probably gonna restart this and get me a pumpkin. I mean, I at least assume you can get a pumpkin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna basically just go through this fight once, give or take, spare the last guy, get that Shidrin thing, and then just basically grind this out until I get myself a pet pumpkin, and, well, have that book in hand. Kind of the plan here, which, I have to say, friggin' crafting book for thrown weapons in base game. Did anyone bother with that? Because first time through, I really, really wanted to give thrown weapons a chance. Basically, when I had gone and, you know, I played through the game and everything, and I'm seeing javelins, and like, okay, I have spears on my main guy, I can have everyone with swords and, or with shields and spears, you know, that works for me. So then I go and I set it up and all that. The costs for it start getting to the point of being completely unacceptable. Like, I find that I'm spending the entire budget on friggin' thrown weapons. So, you know, that just becomes entirely unviable. Decide whatever, I'll just leave that as it is then. You know, go back to it later. I'll go back after the budget's expanded a little bit, and like, okay, you know, I've gotten all these coins and everything, I can go sell them off. You know, run through Farampa 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I got a crap ton of cash now. I'm gonna go, you know, find out that amazing kill move that thrown weapons have. So I go and I, you know, keep trying and get somebody I think up to like level 6 or whatever on the things. Like, okay, they don't even get a kill move. Wonderful. Which I assume they probably couldn't get the ammo to work or something. Oh, is this gonna be a glass pumpkin? Nope. Whatever, I'm just here for the book for the moment anyway. So, you know, I was a little bit disappointed, but kept going back every now and then to try and make them work, and just nothing. The AI would keep coming back, keep making it look like there's a chance. You know, there's a chance they'll be good. And then finally I'm looking at some of these later game, like, ranged option craftables and everything. They're like, okay, good, these are all cheap, and then I go and make one and then immediately remember, like, oh crap, I'm making one of these. Using like maybe 20 of them per fight. I'm not gonna be here for a week crafting these. So, was a little bit frustrating. It would be cool if you could go up and just steal the Eshidrons. I wish. Kind of just feels like later on into the thing they decided to go and take a bunch of nods from MMOs and whatnot. Not sure why they'd do such a thing. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, that is not how I expected that to go. Nice. I guess you. I still need to find my original save file. I think I might have actually completely deleted it at this point. Because I thought I had it saved. And that, that file I was showing off in the last part is basically what was in its place. Not that there was anything particularly special about my original run. Right. I mean, it mostly just consisted of turning everyone into archers. But what can you do? Like, 80% of fights were just completely carried by Denim because he had that two-hander crossbow. Basically went in and nuked everything with a brimstone. Nothing ever survived that. I think it was actually one of the only times I got to the last boss and ended up using my my full party. 9 times out of 10, it's just easier to do that one solo. Yeah, of course you would. Drop an item box, or an item bag, lady. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. I'll reset time as many times as it takes. Which actually I got a little spoiler recently. Because I've never gone through the full extent of Coda. I've done the first couple bits of it, but I've never really completely gone through it. And, really? And at any rate, apparently you actually go back in time to fight lands again. I thought you, would have done it some other way. But yeah, no, just straight up time travel. Supposedly starts off at that, intro scene where their town's being set on fire. Except they go back to prevent it instead. Which I guess answers a question I had a while ago as to why they didn't do that. Alright. Now, cue the dragon going and picking that up. I can almost guarantee it. Oh, alright. Fair enough. And I have to say, Volkert's look is kinda, I don't know, kinda win me over now. And for some reason it's the silver plating that's doing it. I don't know why. Aesthetics are weird like that. Not really sure why they have a blue line in their hair, though. Like, I noticed that once and can't unnotice it. What I really expected there. But such is life. Alright. And there goes Elrig. Pretty much my only healer in this party. But yeah, I'll just kind of hold it out and hopefully that, that item's in the bag. I'd love to go and check if it ever allows me to send anyone up there. Guy's as good as dead. And you from over there, I think. dead, none. Sorry about that. Alright. Bowgun. You. Horse. Go pick up that friggin' Ashidran. Ashidran? Right. Alright, let's do it this way. Yeah, generally my policy is just if he's on the other side of the line, he gets his Wapongo on. If not, he gets Instill. And then just both if time permits. Ballista. Yes, forward this mess a little bit. And this is why there was going to be a future guaranteed drop version. And we let them have their billion turns. I really don't know who they expected to go through this particular place 50 times to find this stuff out, either. Because if it's something, you know, if it actually is an MMO or something like that, and it's got a bigger community, and someone's like, hey, I got this awesome thing over here, I can see that working. I don't understand why they did it here. Actually, I think I was touching on this earlier, but part of the reason that I always wanted to use thrown weapons, I just noticed I completely might have missed that one. So, yeah, I used to play RuneScape back in the day. And thrown weapons kind of suck there too. Right, are you just gonna only give me that helmet? Is that what we're doing? Maybe this is worth resetting the level a couple times. Because what if it is because she doesn't have a thrown weapon? Wait, why am I even shooting at him? Alright. Go ahead and retreat. Because there's also another possibility here. Because some of them will only actually drop if you're going in with higher levels. Because that's not douchey. So we're gonna go in with a bit more of an experienced group. Really much of a need for these other guys. Probably just leave the clerics in for the hell of it. Alright, there she is again. Okay. Really sure why her armor sucks so much, but... yeah. I can probably just do this other method that I used to do a couple times, in which you basically... this is how I ended up getting the other Shidrins, which was just, like, running up, having all the rifle people fire from pretty darn far away. Then hopefully getting enough hits to take out whichever one was holding the particular item, and then just reset the fight, which lets you automatically get the loot bag. I really should have given her better equipment. Unfortunately this time, looks like it's going to be a 2-rounder, just because of that dragon in the way. Such is life. Gives an excuse to go shoot this pumpkin. I don't get to say that very often. See if there's a possibility of taking out that archer, maybe getting some better items off of him. Hopefully he'll stand in the poison. Whatever, I'm not going to redo that shot over and over. There we are. So it's a little funny. Way back when, I used to complain about the accuracy on these things a whole lot. Mostly because I, you know, wanted to use a Fusilier team and all that. And, you know what? Hell, even 25% turns out that's some very optimistic odds. So I was recently looking over this, there's just essentially a book of old Napoleonic War stuff. That was kind of like one of these Cliff Notes versions of a thing, and one of them was specifically talking about accuracy rates of like rifles and stuff back then. And oh man, those things are impressively awful. Like apparently the hit rates were like 0.1%, because they basically just were firing blind after a while. Because all the powder would basically go firing off all over the place. And then suddenly you'd be left in a situation where you can't really see. The thing takes forever to reload. Everyone's tired from being there. And yeah, generally fun times are had by all. But apparently what they did, they set up a, they would set up some pretty large targets or whatever, way off where, and just have everybody try to hit the thing. And most times they didn't end up hitting anywhere even remotely nearby where they were. Leave this up. Thankfully, she brought herself right up to the front. And just go and sniper a bunch there and call it a day. So if we're able to pick it up, dandy, do so. Not such life. There we go. Have what we came for. Nope. Oops. That was a whoops. Right, where are you guys considering these drops from? I'm gonna need you to stop pulling up from the dregs of the friggin' sewer. Somebody thought this was a good way to do this. And they got paid to do so. Sometimes it seems a little, I don't know, maybe thought-worthy that if you're dropping all this tons of extra content in there that it should be, I don't know, accessible? Because I'll be honest, like I mentioned, you know, generally not huge on MMOs, but did used to play RS back in the day. Even then, like, grinding for stuff, it didn't involve this right here, specifically. Like, yeah, you'd end up finding the same thing over and over, but 9 times out of 10 you could still pull a profit from whatever you were doing, you know, talk with your friends in that time, generally good stuff. Didn't involve going through several hours of fights in order to actually not be able to get to the enemy that you want, well, not be able to get the item that you wanted, because you found that enemy, but they don't want to drop it. You know what? Whatever, I'll take it and just reset the fight. Let me just go ahead and shoot these pumpkins and whatever. I'll just grind it out afterwards. Oh my god, I want one of you. I must have that ability. Pretty much what I'm doing. Nope. Okay, retreat now. See if that's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin! Okay, so yeah. They do drop pumpkins. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm just gonna go and grind the hell out of this until I get that stupid book. I just basically keep doing this, keep getting those pumpkins. And of course now she wants to spawn every single time. See if she has a thrown weapon this time. Nope, still an axe, so I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she just doesn't have a thrown weapon now. Because it said specifically, elevation 15, female neutral. It has to be a beast tamer. So that's definitely her. Because I have not seen any spawn up here in any of the times that I've reset this thing. So, yeah, I'll see you when this thing decides to cooperate.